The contemporary wrote about him, "In all his life there was no action which would deserve censure or even indulgence. He is quite a faultless." These words concern the mathematician, the mechanic, the architect, the fortification theorist, and the greatest German artist, Albrecht Dürer. The future draftsman and painter, Albrecht Dürer, was born on May 21, 1471, into the family of the Hungarian goldsmith in Nuremberg, and was the third son of 18 children. The boy grew very polite and gentle. He respected his parents for all his life. From an early age, he helped his father in jeweler's workshop, but he was forever charmed with the miracle of a touch of pencil to paper. Albrecht received training at the artist and sculptor Michael Wohlgemuth for 3 years, and then he improved his skills through further training stints in various German cities. He drew every day, indefinitely repeating sketches of heads, hands, feet, and draperies. His watercolor, The Large Turf, was made with carefulness worthy of the scientific treatise. Albrecht's father, in his absence, arranged for his engagement with the rich bride Agnes Fry. The family life of Agnes and Albrecht was not perfect. Maybe it happened because they had no children, or they may have had no children because their life was not perfect. Soon after wedding, Dürer left the young wife in the care of his parents. Having left Germany, steeped in medieval and conventional notions and beliefs, for Italy, which was experiencing the blossoming of the Renaissance, Dürer was stunned and suppressed. He understood bitterly that the German artists, compared to the Italian masters, reminded a wild tree never been imparted. The artist began to study the theory of painting and principles of the prospect construction. Like all other Renaissance masters, he took a great interest in finding out the universal mathematical formula of an ideal human body proportions. After returning to Nuremberg in 1495, the artist opened his own workshop where the pupils made xylographs on his sketches. He created a series of engravings, the Apocalypse, made in classical German tradition of expressive images and rapid curling lines. Dürer met the European confession. His engravings were shamelessly copied and sold across all Europe. In the fall of 1505, Dürer was in Venice again. At first, the German artist did not dare to compete with the painters of the Italian school. He needed money, and having received a profitable order, Dürer at least challenged the Italian masters. So the well-known Feast of the Rose Garlands appeared. With this bright and colorful picture, not only Dürer himself, but also all German painting entered the Renaissance epoch triumphantly. The admired Senate of Venice offered Albrecht Dürer the rent of 200 florins on conditions that he accepted the citizenship of the noblest republic. However, the artist preferred to return to native Nuremberg, where he lived until his death. The nature gifted him a beautiful body and refined features. He had an expressive face, big sparkling slightly budged eyes, a wide breast, a straight pride posture. The master realized his exclusiveness, and unlike his contemporaries, he often wrote self-portraits. One of them was painted in iconographic tradition, as though Dürer made parallel between the artist who created a new reality and the God, the creator of all real things. Dürer signed all his large canvases with his full name and put only his monogram on engravings and drawings, though yet recently the artists had not signed their works at all. But though he put himself on a high esteem, Albrecht was always polite and cheerful. When he was once shown a work of his colleague that was not a popular one, he sighed and said, "Well, the artist made all he could." Besides painting, Dürer was engaged in mathematics, mechanics, and architecture. He published treatises, The Art of Measurement, and 4 books on human proportions. By the end of his life, Dürer created the whole gallery of portraits of his contemporaries, the greatest German humanists, such as Philipp Melanchthon, Erasmus Roterodamus, and others. Many researchers consider Melancholia, one of his most known mysterious engravings, to be a reflection of the author's spiritual life. The cornerstone symbolizes the system of human knowledge, and 2 numbers on the magic square show the date of the engraving, 1514. Albrecht Dürer was one of Nuremberg's richest citizens. He liked expensive clothes and was conscious of his neat hairstyle. His friends were ironic of him. On one of the caricatures, he was represented in hair curlers. The great artist and art theorist, Albrecht Dürer, died on April 6, 1528. On his gravestone it is cut, "Here is buried everything that was mortal in Albrecht Dürer."